college football fans. It's time. One man breaks it all down. Stats, story, and straight talk. This is Nolan Knows with Paul.
Oh, welcome back to Nolan Knows Podcast with your host Connor Nolan, and tough week 6, I must say, going into this week. But we're already on week 7. We're almost halfway there. I mean, it sneaks up on you, but how we doing, Paul?
Week
But
of
yeah,
work, but other
it
than
was
that,
discussed. That I was talking about last week's picks.
no, last week's picks were tough as well, but
Straight
bounce
ass.
back. Yeah,
Just like the Eagles right now and Jalen Hurts.
and the Phillies,
Yeah.
Ricochets, and the Yankees. It's all
Yankees
bad
are
everywhere.
trash. And the Mets.
And the Mets,
I'll add
they
that
were-
in because I'm a Mets fan and everybody, I'm sure will talk shit to me about that. But all right. Myself, 2-5, you and 3-5, bringing me to 29. It's 26 overall. And then you would be 25 and 27. So we're getting a little hairy over here.
Yeah, we're on the wrong side of the Mason-Dixon line, for me at least.
Good news, though. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the board. I gotta say it. Love it.
I have to do a little bit more digging because I haven't had too much of a chance this week. I spent a lot of time today in my commute. Yeah, work's been brutal, but we'll get into it.
All right. Any noise?
So I told my one group chat that I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to pod this week or you might have to go solo because I was having such a brutal work week. And they demanded we do a podcast even if it was at midnight. So happy to report. I haven't even told any of them yet that it's going to be posted, but it will be posted for tomorrow morning. So everyone will get to listen, and I'm glad we got to do it. It's a nice stressful reliever.
Big news.
Yeah.
Everybody was loving the Applebee's story.
Were they?
No.
I actually didn't hear anybody. I don't think anybody got to that part of the video last time. That
was at the very end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The bonus. It was a little nice tech training for me, though. I figured out how to do that now. So when we make it big time, I can actually do some things like that.
Hell yeah. I do need to take class on that, too. Some editing.
Right after you finish accounting?
Yeah. And coding.
Man, you have like 6 degrees.
Yeah. Very versatile.
The engineer.
Yeah, true that.
Crazy where life will take you.
Yeah. Never give up on your dreams, guys. All right, John D'Arco, number 1 fan. I may have no football, but at least the Yankees are still alive. Not anymore, bud. Hopefully still alive by next pod. Paul has sucked me back in with BC plus 7. Like them as a dog. Well, that definitely turned out even more terrible than what we expected.
One of the worst picks I've ever had.
What was the even final score of that? I stopped looking, but
it was like 35-0 at one point, I think. It was terrible.
Ugly.
Real bad.
All right, Cookie's contest. This is getting interesting between you and Cookie. Yep. I suck, but Paul went 0-2, 7-5 now. I went 0-2. I'm 3-9. I mean, I'm not out of it, but it's not good right now. But Cookie 1-1 brings it up to 6-5-1 overall. So he's only like a half game back from you.
Yeah, I mean the 2 was tough. Obviously, stupid Penn State. Like, I don't know. I just got sucked into a trap. Everyone thought they were going to dominate UCLA, and
yeah,
they're pathetic. I mean, they're screwed. And then I forget what the other one I even had was, but I think it was close, but it didn't end up working out.
Big game Franklin. It wasn't even a big game.
Can't handle little games either now. Big games,
apparently.
little games, none of it.
I can let Nico carve you up. Sad. I mean, he didn't really carve him up with his legs, I guess. Yeah.
Did you watch the game, though?
Absolutely not.
No. I watched a lot of it, and just no heart, no passion, just bad defense. That's what they're supposed to... Like, the offense played okay. It was the defense just gave up so much to a team that barely had a pulse.
What time was it on? Was it a 3:30 start?
I believe it was 3:30 start, yeah.
I was watching other shit. I forget what other games were on at that time, but I didn't have any skin in the game on that one, so I didn't watch it. College
Stories.
football news, big news. Netflix cancels UNC's Hard Knock series because
I
they're
thought it was
so goddamn
Hulu.
terrible. Or was it Hulu? No, I thought it was
I, th-
Netflix.
I think it's Hulu. Let me check real quick, just so we can get our facts right. We pride ourselves on facts on this show.
How many goddamn streaming services do we need? I'm paying up the ass and all this. It's crazy.
It is crazy. We need a cable to come back.
I mean, I have that too. It's fucking nuts how expensive that is too.
Yeah, rent's too damn high. It is Hulu, so
Ah, Hulu. All right, Hulu cancels it.
bad facts. But yeah, I mean, we'll just give quick little thoughts on that. So it sounds like UNC maybe thinks they got into something that they didn't realize at first. He's obviously not doing a good job coaching the team this year, and it sounds like from his side, he's willing to just be done and like accept that this is not
He's
going
like,
to
I'm
work out
over
for
this
him.
shit already.
Yeah, it's weird though because like he's basically admitting defeat. He strikes me as like a very prideful guy, so I'm kind of surprised that he's decided to just like step away or maybe step away after just a couple of weeks into a season. Like no one
He's probably
expected them
old.
to be
He's probably
great.
just like, I don't even want to deal with this anymore. Like the media, and they're always talking about me and my fucking 24-year-old girlfriend.
For
He's like,
sure,
just like,
but
I don't even need this shit.
yeah, I mean, he was a guy that would preach like no distractions, all ball, morning press conferences, and
Yeah,
he
we're
like
on to Cincinnati.
yeah, now he's like a not a media personality, but before he had the job, he was a little bit of like he let his guard down a bit and was a little bit more forthcoming with things, and it's just like a legacy tarnishing decision. I feel like he just been so bad. It's weird.
We're on to Middle Eastern Tennessee State. That's what they should be saying. But yeah, I mean, apparently the AD didn't even want him. They just wanted to go like a younger approach, and then apparently all the boosters and everybody that's donating money were like, "No, we can get Belichick. We want him." So it's kind of like forced on him. He's just like, "Now look at you assholes, put us through."
Yeah,
Hey,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
no,
regret.
any press is good press, I guess, right? I guess
I
they're not
mean,
getting too much press anymore since they suck so much. Nobody really even talks about them, but whatever.
yeah, I mean, he brought them some relevancy, but now it's like real bad PR and everything. So I don't even think it's good at all anymore.
All right, moving on to Rutgers, Oklahoma. I mean, if you want to touch on Oklahoma's game now, or do you want to wait until the premier games?
We'll wait to the premier games. We'll just say they looked really good against Kent State, although
Yeah.
Hawkins did not look great. So we'll see when we talk about the next game. But I mean, just cupcake on your schedule, exactly what you want before Texas. Nice little warm up game.
Yeah, and then get into Rutgers real quick. I actually like Rutgers this week. I mean, a 10.5 point spread. They're coming off a bye. Washington's coming off that Eastern Coast trip from Maryland, which they almost lost. That was a big comeback. Um, but I do like Rutgers here, 10.5. Galiak Manis, their offense looks good, and the defense for Washington, they're good against the rush attack, but against the pass, I mean, they have a little trouble. And Galiak Manis doesn't look bad. I mean, it's just their defense that sucks, but also Washington's offense doesn't look anything too crazy either. For our out of state listeners, I would take Rutgers here, plus the 10.5. I kind of like them in this spot, but Rutgers might not even win a game the rest of the time. I mean, their rest of their schedule's tough. And at Purdue, which they could win that one, but at Illinois, then Maryland, and then Ohio State, and then fucking Penn State. So it's
Yeah.
getting ugly out there for them for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and last year they had a pretty soft schedule, I feel like. As far as this game, the 10.5 is a nice juicy number. I think Washington's pretty good, but Rutgers off the bye and Washington after two pretty
Yeah,
big
tough one, tough.
games, right?
Yeah,
Like, they had Ohio State and then they went east to Maryland. Rutgers has to go to Washington, but I think off the bye it's a little bit better, obviously. So I don't know. It's I think Rutgers can cover that 10.5, but I don't think I would bet it even if I could.
nah, yeah, I probably wouldn't either. 9 p.m. start, so might catch it at the bar.
That helps a little bit, but yeah.
The bar with no TVs.
Wait, it's tomorrow night?
Yeah, they play Friday night.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Recapping some Week 6 games. By the way, our moneyline parlay was looking actually all right. Like, just to touch on those games. Kansas State,
It's yeah. Oh
they're
my
up
God.
2 touchdowns in the fucking fourth quarter. And these idiots, there's like 4 minutes left. They're driving down the field. They're passing on first down with like 4 minutes left. And he throws an
Of
interception, pick
course,
6.
Avery Johnson, one of the most overrated guys ever.
Like, this is a thought process.
He's a great athlete. He's not a great quarterback.
It's fucking unbelievable. Just the decision making. Like, that's the number one thing your coach should be telling you is like, don't throw fucking a pick right now. God damn.
Gives the game away. Yeah.
And then Maryland.
They were in it obviously, and then had that nonsense go on. Ended up
Yep.
losing.
And then Wyoming, man, they should have won that game. Two block bunts, touchdowns.
Crazy.
I mean, and they outgained them like double their yards, even of these yards. Just crazy.
Yeah.
But I had Purdue in one of my cookies contest plays was Purdue plus, I think they were 8.5 or 7.5, something like that. Yeah, but they just can't play defense. So it was sad.
Never again with Purdue.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it either. Kentucky at Georgia, we were both on Georgia. That was a good line. They were, minus 20.5? They covered that, 21.
About half,
so we covered half a point. But they were in control like that whole game. Penn State, UCLA, just talked about that. Gut-wrenching.
Putrid.
Well, that's Penn State for you, man. I'm just glad they're like out of it now. There's no way they're making the playoff, I hope.
Well, if they run the table, they would, but they're not going to run the table.
Nah, they're losing to Ohio State.
They would have to play. Yeah, they're playing Ohio State at Ohio State, so I don't think they're winning that.
Nah. Texas at Florida, and that's the last time I'm betting on Arch. I mean, they couldn't do shit against Florida, and DJ Lagway's going to pretty much fucking tear up that defense. I mean, I had high expectations for Texas defenses, but they did not look good against Lagway, who's been struggling.
Yeah, the defense was surprising. I've read a lot of stuff actually about Arch and how Texas's problems is not really him. He hasn't been amazing, but their offensive line is really, really bad. And Florida,
he was under pressure a lot.
Yeah, he was under pressure 59% of dropbacks, which is the highest in like the Power 4 for that game.
Good news for Oklahoma's D-line.
Well, we'll get to it, yeah. But did you see, I don't know if you watched, Florida's coach, Billy Napier, he called a timeout with the clock running and a minute left to give, or I forget exactly what it was, but he basically called the timeout stupidly instead of letting there be a 10-second runoff when he was going to punt the ball to Texas for them to drive back down the field to potentially tie.
I don't think I did see that. Damn.
Oh my God, it was one of the stupidest things ever. It obviously didn't come back to bite him at all, but it was crazy. If they would have lost that game, he would have been just crucified
Ripped.
For what he did.
Yeah.
It was way worse than
probably
anything
would have kept his job still, too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, Miami, I mean, we'll get to them, but they look, I mean, we'll just touch on them now. They went to Florida State, and that wasn't even a game. I know the score looks a lot closer than it was, 28-22, but they controlled that entire game. That wasn't even a good watch.
No, it wasn't.
And Beck looks good. He's probably the best player. He's probably the best quarterback in the nation right now.
Yeah, he did. Their defensive line is pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're a good football team right now. Not bad bet to bet on them.
I think they, truthfully, should be number one in the nation. Ohio State maybe is better, but in terms of resume, I think it's got to be Miami.
Yeah, they've won some big games. Vandy at Bama, and this was a tough one for Cookie since he had Vandy in the contest. He went 2-0, but I think it's because Pavi was talking shit, and they just ran up the score and just scored in the last minute when they could have just fucking kneeled down and ran out the clock, but decided to score a touchdown and cover that number. Sad.
Yeah, I had Bama as one of my winners, so I'll take it, but was very fortunate to get that one.
Yeah, they look good though. They control most of that game.
It was tighter, I think, than the 2-score game though.
Yeah. Yeah, they were hanging in there, but I feel like
Vandy's
Bama
for
just
real.
controlled
They're
them.
like a
Yeah,
solid team.
they're good. Virginia at Louisville. Louisville was my favorite play, and this was another one. They had 2 defensive touchdowns, and Virginia only had 1 offensive touchdown in regulation, scored a touchdown in overtime, but like it was just that was a tough watch for Louisville. They controlled most of that game and just absolutely blew it. That was a tough watch.
I felt the same way.
Then we touched on Washington, Maryland, then UNLV, Wyoming. So those were tough.
2 block
Any other games?
touchdowns. I don't think so.
I had a couple other ones like Army won, but they played shitty UAB.
Yeah, I keep getting my weeks mixed up now. But last week wasn't USC, was it?
Now the Illini,
Yeah, no, that was 2 weeks ago. You're right.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving into week 7 premier games. Starting off with Saturday, big noon kickoff. Ohio State at Illinois, taking on the Illini. Illini coming in plus 14.5, over under 50.5. And I got to take Ohio State here. I mean, the last time Illini played a good defense, it was Indiana, and they couldn't do anything. I mean, this team is a one-dimensional team. It's all on Altmaier. They can't run the ball. It really just depends how he does. And he's a good veteran quarterback. But, I mean, you're going up against Matt Patricia defense, who's been confusing everybody this whole time. And now you're going to go in there. I mean, it's a big line. I get it. And you have Brett Bielema at home. But the noon kickoffs just aren't the same as like a late-night crowd packed game. I just like Ohio State here. I'm probably going to go them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Illinois has been one of the more overrated teams, and you saw them get punished by Indiana. Ohio State is in cruise control. That's the only thing that scares me, where they're not going to really open it up and like go for the jugular. They're just happy playing defense, slowing the clock down, taking control of the game. So that like 14.5, especially that hook, can come back to
a little
bite
back
you.
door. Yeah.
Yeah. But
maybe we'll go down to 14, maybe by the half point.
If there's a play, it's Ohio State for me. I was
Do you
thinking
bet on FanDuel
no DraftKings
at all? They only give you the half points when you do alternate spreads. It drives me insane.
Oh, that's annoying, yeah. No, DraftKings, you can buy it.
No, not to the 14. It only gives you like 13.5, 14.5,
You're
15.5.
You're right. Sorry, I misunderstood you. Yeah. No, DraftKings is like that. FanDuel, you can buy a half.
I don't know. I never go on it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, I was also thinking about the under a little bit because I think Ohio State's defense can shut them out, but
big week for unders.
You run a risk of Ohio State just putting some stats on the board as Julian saying gets a little bit more comfortable. He's got so many damn weapons. I don't know. I'm probably going to take Ohio State, but I don't have anything right now.
All right. So next game, Bama at Mizzou, another 12 p.m. start. Mizzou coming as 3-point dogs, over under 51.5. You know, I don't have anything in this game. I would lean Mizzou just because they play good defense at home. Bama's kind of rolling right now, though. That's why I'm staying away from this. But Missouri just has a good running offense. They got Bo Pribula as a quarterback, and he's a good scrambler. And I just think Bama struggles with these kind of quarterbacks the last couple of years. So stay away from me, but it's a game to watch, honestly. I think it'll be a good game. It's just I don't know which side to pick in this one.
Yeah, so interesting thing I heard is if you look at Bama's schedule and just who Bama is, like at Mizzou, this is maybe their, I don't know, third biggest game of the month. And conversely, if you take Mizzou, this is their biggest game of their year, decade, maybe even. Like,
yeah.
This is a big, big game for them. Bama had Georgia already. Even Vandy was a pretty big game. They have bigger games down the road. They got Tennessee next week, I think. So that's like why I'm leaning towards Mizzou. The thing that scares me is Mizzou is very untested. They really haven't played anybody good. I mean, even Kansas, they kind of fucked around in that game. And
yeah, they should have lost that game, really.
They probably should have lost, right? So I do think it's like a Bama line, though, which screams take Mizzou, obviously. are at home, and Bama, like, can they get up again for another big game after 2 in a row? Saban's squad, no doubt, but Kellen DeBoer has showed that, they'll drop a game here or there. So I don't know. I think Mizzou might be the play +3.
Yeah. If anything, I'd take Mizzou, but I'm staying away. Indiana at Oregon, 3:30 p.m. start. Oregon 6.5-point favorites over under 54.5. So this actually was at 7.5, dropped down to 6.5. And I do agree with that. I'm not going to pick a side in this. I just think there's a lot of hype on Oregon. I mean, they did beat Penn State. They went into Happy Valley during the whiteout and did win that game. But look at what Penn State just did against UCLA. I mean, I don't know how much stock could go into that. But for this play, I'm going to play the under just because I think both defenses are good. And I think both offenses aren't really as high powered as everybody thinks they are. It's definitely an under for me play. And I don't like the line. I think that's a lot of points. I think Indiana will make it a tough game. I think this will be close for most of it.
Yeah, I kind of see it the same way as you. 6.5 is a lot of points, but I do think Oregon's the better team. The under is interesting. 54.5 is kind of a high-ish number, I'd say. I feel like both teams' defenses are kind of underrated,
Yeah,
especially Oregon's. Because when you think of Oregon, you always think of like offense for some reason, those Ducks colors, but Oregon's defense is legit. Obviously against Penn State, Penn State's not a crazy high-powered offense, but they held them to whatever they did, 14 points or 17 points in regulation. So I'm kind of thinking about the under as well, but it might end up being like a stay away.
Yeah, I'm taking under all the way. Under week, man. So the Red River Shootout, Showdown. I don't know what they call it these days,
Red River
but
Shootout, Red River Rivalry. I like Shootout. It should be Red River
Shootout's the best. But OU versus Texas at Cotton Bowl in Dallas. And now Oklahoma with the news of Mateer playing -1.5 favorites over under 44.5. And I'll let you take it.
Why don't you start off with your thoughts and then I'll come in. Interested to see what you think on the
I would take Oklahoma here. I'm not going to pick a side, but I am going to take the under at 44.5. I just don't see a lot of points scored in this. Mateer will play with that news, but I mean, how healthy is he, honestly? Is he 100%? I don't know. And how many points are they really going to be scoring against Texas? And I just don't see Texas putting up a lot of points either. So I think this is going to be a good hard-nosed football team, good defenses going at it against each other. So in a high intensity game too. I mean, this is always intensity. I mean, you have half the fans in maroon, half the fans in that shitty brown. So it's like it's just it's a high profile game, and I don't see a lot of offense being played in this one. I expect both defenses to have a great game. I think Manning's going to be under a lot of pressure, like we talked about, and I just don't see a lot of points being scored in this one. I'm taking under in this one too.
All right, so first thing, you said shitty brown and maroon. It's burnt orange and crimson.
Burnt orange and crimson. It's maroon, more Oklahoma. Crimson is a Crimson Tide.
Maroon is Texas A&M. It's like purple.
True.
Oklahoma is red, if anything. They're crimson. Crimson cream is what they say about them.
Crimson cream.
Crimson and cream. Definitely not
Crimson
maroon.
and cream. Maroon.
Maroon is purple.
And
It's
shit brown.
Texas A&M. Anyway, I definitely agree with you. So I actually locked this in on Monday, +3 Oklahoma, because following all these insiders, I had a really good inkling that Mateer was going to actually play and that the line was going to move anyway. It opened at +3, and I just jumped on it because I knew there was no way it was going the other way. So thoughts for the game. I think Oklahoma's defense is the strongest unit in the game, and I really don't see many ways that Texas is going to magically have an offensive showing that we haven't seen all year. And the reason for that is their weak link right now is their offensive line. And as I saw all last year, you cannot really do much when you have a terrible offensive line. It affects everything. It's not the sexy position, but it literally drives the entire offense. So
games are won in the trenches, baby.
Games are won in the trenches, and Texas's O-line is terrible. They don't have the speed burners on the outside either. The way Texas likes to play and Arch Manning's strengths are downfield passing attacks. just not going to have time. So if there's one unit I want to trust, it's going to be Oklahoma's defense. I think they have a significant edge against Texas's offense. So I love the under because Oklahoma's offense has been okay. It's been good with Mateer. With Hawkins, it would not be very good. And Texas's defense is actually very good. Maybe not as good as Oklahoma's, but still very, very good. And they got some star players like Colin Simmons, Anthony Hill, Malik Muhammad, that other safety, I forget what his name is, but he's very good as well. So the key for Oklahoma's offense is going to be, can they establish any type of run? Up to this point, they've been fine pass blocking, but they haven't been able to establish a run at all. And that's really going to limit their offense in this game if they're not able to run the ball at all. If you have to constantly drop back, put more pressure on the tier to throw the rock, just not a good recipe. I see the under all day. I think my favorite bet would be Texas team total under. I don't know what their number is. It's based on the over-under. It's got to be around 21 or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
I think Texas under all day. I don't know. It's going to be a competitive rivalry game. I think there's a chance that I think Oklahoma could blow them out, or they could lose a close game. I don't see Texas blowing out Oklahoma anyway. Our defense is too good, and their offensive line is too bad. There's just you're going to see when you watch the game, a lot of the pressure is going to come right up the middle with Texas's guards and center just not being able to hold up against the fast twitch boys we got in the trenches. So I'm obviously taking Oklahoma. I like the under. I like the Texas team total under. I might smash all three of those.
I like it. All right. I'm trying to think of any questions.
And Mateer listed as probable on the injury report now. So that
Yeah,
just
he's
happened
definitely
like 2
playing.
hours ago. He's definitely playing. How no one really knows how much it's going to impact him. We don't even know what kind of surgery he actually had other than hand surgery. So I guess it's as good as mine. But I will say if he doesn't play,
Throwing hand too?
Throwing hand, but if he doesn't play, it's more of a problem because not only will the offense not move it as much, but you're susceptible to like the disaster turnover with an inexperienced Hawkins who just did not look that good against Kent State. The stats looked fine, but he was very inaccurate, and he needs more time to develop.
All right, moving on to Georgia at Auburn. Auburn coming in as 3.5-point dogs, over under 46.5, 7:30 p.m. start.
Did you?
And a little bit, but I don't know. Auburn's been playing good football, man. What do you think the line should be?
I was thinking it would be more like Georgia plus, or I'm sorry, Auburn plus 5.5.
Yeah, maybe, but Auburn looks good, man. They played Texas A&M tough and Oklahoma tough. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not taking a side in this one. If I had to take a side, I'd lean Auburn, but I'm going under here, 46.5. I mean,
I
this
think
is
the under
strength on
all over.
strength. Like
I can't tell you. Go ahead, sorry.
Georgia's defense good against the rush. That's all Auburn can do. And then Auburn's defense is good against rushing, and that's all Georgia can do. They can't really throw the ball. It's not really a high-powered offense like you usually see from Kirby or even his defenses right now. But they could defend the run, and that's all Auburn could really do. So I'm going under here. It's strength on strength.
Yeah, I like that. And I have images burned in my brain of Kirby Smart in Jordan Hare, and it's just a rock fight. And I feel like we're in for one of those as well this time around. Obviously, Auburn, Jackson Arnold, dude just does not have a downfield passing game at all. He's going to run, though, and I think it's just because both teams are going to be running so much. And they're not really moving the ball that much either, though, but the clock will just run. So I think the under is a good play.
Yeah, I like it. Michigan at USC, West Coast game. USC coming in as 2.5-point favorites, over under 55.5, 7:30 p.m. start. And then this one, I am going to take a side. I'm going to take USC. I think Michigan, they have been winning, but they haven't been really like this high-powered team that, I don't know, that number 15 in the nation. I mean, they're good, but I don't think they're that good, especially because Underwood, he's had some struggles passing the ball. They want him to use his legs more just to open it up more, and which has been successful. But USC's defense is actually pretty good against the run, and their weak spot is the pass. So I see their defense actually doing pretty well against Michigan. And then on the other side of the ball, Michigan's defense is really good against the run, not so good against the pass, and that's exactly what USC could do. And Lincoln Riley's going to be, he loves to pass the ball. He likes to score points. So I do like USC in this matchup. I think they'll pull this one out against Michigan, especially on the West Coast too. So I'm going Lincoln Riley on this one.
Yeah, so the West Coast part sucks, but I kind of see the game differently. I'm thinking Michigan plus 2.5. Reason for it being just time and time again, this contrasting style of Lincoln Riley and their defense, high-powered offense, comes to play some smash-mouth Big Ten team and just cannot hold up in the trenches. I know you said their run defense is good on USC. I watched them play Illinois. That did not look like a good run defense to me. I don't know if their stats are inflated because of their schedule. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Michigan's run game. We saw this last year where USC lost to Michigan, and Michigan's team they could barely complete a forward pass last year. So Michigan's way more improved this year. USC's maybe a little bit more improved. It is obviously on the West Coast this time, but it's a later game, not as bad for these Big Ten teams, and it's not like East Coast to West Coast. It's obviously like Central to USC, or Central time zone to Pacific time zone. I have to, until proven otherwise, I'm going with Michigan to take the 2.5 points and just win another smash mouth game against the soft ass USC Lincoln Riley coach team.
All right, head-to-head matchup.
Head to head.
All right, last premier game. I threw this on since it's a late night game, but definitely a good Big 12 matchup. That's Arizona State at Utah, 10:15 p.m. start. Utah minus. Actually, this line has changed a little bit. I'm seeing it was at 5.5. Now it's up to 6.5, even 7 in some places. But actually, I gotta look this up now. Why that line jumped a little bit to see if anything happened. But I did like Arizona State in here, just because they've been playing some good defense. They've won a few games back to back. They've been looking a lot better than what I thought they were looking at, like at the beginning of the season. And I don't know. I'm not too high on Utah right now. I know this is a night game in Salt Lake, which is always a tough place to play, definitely at night. But I don't know. I kind of like Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham is a good coach. Utah definitely has a good coach too, but I just think Arizona State can keep this one close and get in that number. I don't know if they'll win, but I don't know. They play some close games and they keep a lot of games close, so I think they'll cover that number.
Yeah, I was so high on Utah, and after that Texas Tech game, I had to kind of like reconsider things. What did you say the line moved to?
So it's at like 6.5, 7 right now.
Yeah, that definitely changes things a little bit. I don't know. I'll look into it a little bit more. I got no play right now.
Utah's your favorite.
Utah is my favorite, but I like them catching points more than the other way around.
All right, they'll do it for premier matchups. A few other matchups got my eye on. UCLA at Michigan State. Michigan State. So they were favored by 8.5. They dropped down to 7.5. But I was thinking about taking Michigan State here. Now that they dropped a little bit, I guess some money's coming at UCLA. 7.5 is actually a lot for Michigan State because they're okay, I guess. They're really not that good, but they can put up some points here and there. They put up a lot of points against USC, actually.
I didn't watch it, but did Childs get hurt or they benched him? I feel like they benched him.
I saw that too. Yeah, he might have. He sucks, but their defense is actually it's really not even that good. It's just UCLA's coming off that huge win, and all you really need to do is just stop Nico with his legs, and you'll probably be in business of winning against them. Maybe that's just too big of a line. I'll probably stay away, but I had my eye on it.
Yeah.
Nebraska at Maryland, so I do like this matchup for Nebraska a lot. They're 6.5 point favorites, which is a little weird. 6.5, and Maryland just went toe to toe with Washington at home. But I don't know. Nebraska's actually pretty good passing game wise, and Maryland, that's kind of where they struggle. So I think it's actually a good matchup for Nebraska. I'm probably going to go them in this one. hopefully Dylan Raiola doesn't fuck me.
I'm just reading off the line here, and it looks fishy. So I like
Yeah.
Nebraska minus 6.5 as well. Maryland, I don't know, maybe emotional loss last week, and the wheels
Yeah.
fall off a little bit more.
6.5 away too. Like it's just
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's a little sketch.
Yeah.
FAU UAB. So I'm gonna take the under in this one. I mean, I think that line is like it's 69.5. It's almost 70 points. Like both these teams suck. FAU's quarterbacks actually are right, but like where their defenses are right, it's kind of going against each other. So it's like it's kind of strength on strength here. I just can't see them scoring that many points. That's a lot of points. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that
But
would be a 35-35 game.
yeah. And then do we do Wyoming again, man? Oh yeah.
Just the way they lost.
Yeah.
Get out
Did
of
you
here
see
with that.
did you watch that game?
No, I didn't see I
Damn.
like saw
Well,
highlights, but not the game itself. Like I saw
at
the
the end of the
punt.
game, Wyoming was like trying to come back, and their fucking quarterback, the guy runs a streak, but like UNLV's just playing back. The cornerback is just like sitting 10 yards like in front of the receiver. The guy just like throws it up right to the cornerback. He's just waiting there, picks it. I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
Jesus.
Yeah, it was ugly. But I think
But
maybe we're just 1 week early on them.
yeah, I think Wyoming's a good pick, and I'm going back to well on Penn State minus 20.5
Ugh,
against Northwestern. I know you like it.
they haven't even covered a game yet.
No, but this is how many games are they going to go without covering? You know, Northwestern
Yeah,
stinks
they're due. Is it at Penn State?
at Penn State.
All right, I like that more than.
Yeah, 21.5.
I am going to take Hawaii, though, on island system play. Just can't let that go.
That's the last time. I don't know. Saw some guy who I like a lot say Utah State's his favorite pick of the week.
Really? Fuck. Utah State's not bad. They can move the ball. They don't really play defense, though, so
I think I'm gonna go Utah State.
sad system play.
TBD. They
And then,
covered every time they've been on the island so far this year.
yeah, they have.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other good games, by the way. Like South Carolina, LSU minus 9.5. That's a good one. Tennessee has a good game against.
Yeah,
I
that
forget
over-under
now.
is crazy, too.
Let's see. Who the hell are they playing in the SEC?
I think it's Arkansas.
Arkansas. That's right. Yeah, that wasn't actually the game I was thinking of. Oh, it was Florida, Texas A&M that I was thinking of. Minus 7.5. Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah. You like Texas A&M in that one? That's just like a weird line, too.
I don't know who I like honestly in that one. It's a good game though. The
Yeah,
SEC
I
is
agree.
littered with just great game after great game after great game.
Yeah, I agree. And then I was looking at, I want to take Arizona here. It's just BYU, and it's at Arizona. But BYU plays some good defense. But I don't know. I like have this affinity for Arizona. I just think they're a good team. I think they're better than what they've been showing. So I think I'm going to ride with them in this one. Minus 2.5.
Did you see Iowa, Wisconsin over under 37.5?
Yeah, I was like, I can't touch this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I actually, this one is driving me nuts. I feel like it's screaming just like easiest pick of the board and it's going to not win. But it's Clemson minus 13.5 at Boston College. I feel like Boston College has played Clemson tight a few years in a row or something. And
Yeah,
honestly,
but some
just
of
got
these games
smoked.
from BC lately are just like ugly.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost giving me like the easiest pick last week was Clemson over UNC minus 13.5. It's the same now. They're on the road again. Boston College, are they that much better than UNC? Probably, but I don't know. 13.5 is not that many for such a talent mismatch.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna probably ride Clemson yet again.
I wonder how long they hang on to Dabo.
I don't know.
That's something to keep an eye on for years to come.
Yeah.
That's actually all I had on the board, I think.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through to see if I find anything that looks intriguing. Did you see Stanford got a $50 million NIL check, basically, from
Why
one
is that?
guy? What?
Wait, who did?
Stanford. Like some donor just gave
Oh
him
yeah, it does see
50
that.
million.
Yeah,
Must be nice.
Andrew Luck.
Oh, I gave it directly to him, I think. I said, do with this as you must.
He is the AD, right?
Yeah, yes. They have like a $33 billion endowment or something. I don't really understand what these endowments are. It's just people give the school money and they just invest it. But like, what are
Must
they
be.
using it for? Projects and buildings and shit? Why don't they throw some at the football team? They have $33 million. Why is this, or $33 billion? Why is this poor bastard got a pony up
Well, they
50
should
million?
because their team sucks.
Yeah, that's it for me, I think, as well.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really seeing anything else. All right.
It's gonna be a great week, though.
No, yeah, I like the board this week, so I'm expecting a better week.
It's just gonna be good watching too. There's so many like awesome games.
Yeah, Nor'easter coming through on Sunday, so it's gonna be a chill weekend.
Oh, is there a nor'easter? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Sunday into Monday. Yeah, a lot of rain.
All right.
So if you're betting on the East Coast, I think it's gonna be down in like North Carolina, Virginia. Keep an eye on that if you have any teams down there. Just a heads up.
NFL Sunday. Keep an eye on the unders too.
Yeah, true that.
Alrighty.
All right. Subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Leave a comment, give a like. It's all very much appreciated. Paul, see you next week.
Have a good week.